I want to present you a lesson of English in the 9th grade on the Unit 9, Lesson 15. The aims of this lesson are to read a wide range of extended fiction and non-fiction texts on familiar and unfamiliar general and curricular topics, to use appropriate subject-specific vocabulary and syntax to talk about an increased range of general and curricular topics. The topic of the lesson will be given later. Now I want you to watch the video and answer the questions. Questions are: what is the video about? What problem is shown in the video? What gadgets are used in the video? What gadgets do you usually use? How often? Don't forget to use the adverbs of frequency. What do you use your gadgets for? Write not less than 3 points. Read questions one more time and write down the answers in your notebooks. Now I want you to think about advantages and disadvantages of the gadgets. You have the table. Your task is to fill in the table, pros and cons. Some examples are given to you. Now let's write down your ideas about the topic of the lesson. The beginnings of your sentences are given in this slide. Let's read the topic of our lesson and compare with your ideas. How do you understand square-eyed teens? At our lesson, we are going to discuss our gadgets with your classmates, learn new lexies, make up word combinations using new words, read the text, and learn the meaning of the phrase square-eyed teens. Now I want you to look at this graph. Your task is to describe it using phrases the majority of, most of, half of, some of, a third of, a few of, very few. The example is given to you. You can find this graph in our books Excel 9 at page 104. But before we continue our work, I want you to have some rest. Listen to the explanations and repeat after the trainer.
Hi, my name is Meredith Amon with the UC Health Integrative Medicine team. We're going to take the next minute to do a quick, easy exercise designed to relieve tired eyes from looking at a computer screen or sitting and standing under fluorescent lights. We'll begin by taking a nice, comfortable seat, sitting up nice and tall. Relax your shoulders, bring the shoulders onto the back of your body. And we're going to begin by just rubbing the palms together. Create a little warmth in the hands with a little friction, and you can do this for 5, 10, 15 seconds. And then once the hands feel nice and warm, we're going to cover the eyes, placing the heels of the hands on the cheekbones, resting the palms on the brow bones, and letting the fingertips rest on your skull. Let your shoulders melt away, let the eyes be closed, and just notice and feel the warmth of the hands and the darkness. Notice if you see any flashes of light, any colors. Let your breath be natural and smooth. And then when the lights and the colors fade to black, open your eyes into the darkness and release the palms back onto the thighs. And this is something you could do for as long as you'd like and as often as you'd like. Thank you.
For this task, you have to ask your classmates using messengers or social websites about their favorite gadgets. Find out what they use it for and write down information. Now we are going to work with new lexies. The first task is to listen to the new words and repeat after the record.
Screenager, constantly, glued to, move up, quick thinking, multitasking, demand, tools of communication,
survey,
have an effect,
worry,
addiction,
effect,
behavior,
passion,
boot camp,
psychological help,
treatment,
balance,
virtual world,
rule,
So now you're going to work with new words. Your task is to read the new words, write them down, and then make up word combinations and write them down. And now we are going to find out the meaning of our topic. Who are the square-eyed teens? Your task is to listen to and read the text.
Are you a screenager? Are you constantly glued to the TV, texting your friends, chatting online, or perhaps trying to move up another level in one of your favorite video games? Well, if you are in the majority. You are another quick-thinking, multitasking teenager, like millions of others who demand to be constantly in touch with their friends. Most teenagers do almost everything electronically. They watch digital TV, listen to music on a digital MP3 player, and communicate electronically with friends through email, instant messaging, or by mobile phone. Teenagers even do most of their reading online now. When they need help with their homework, it's often the internet that they turn to. Gadgets are, in fact, teenagers' primary tools of communication, information, and entertainment. According to a recent survey, more than half of teenagers prefer to spend most of their time in their bedroom, because that is where their favorite gadgets are. Experts from all over the world worry that teenagers' addiction to technology is having an effect both on their health and on their behavior. In some countries, teenagers are getting help. In Britain, for example, there is a clinic that helps young people whose passion for all things electronic is having a negative effect on their lives. In China and Korea, there are even boot camps where children receive psychological help and treatment. There, young people have to do non-gadget related activities. It's probable that these types of camps will become common in other countries in the future. Learning to keep a balance between the real and the virtual world will help the square-eyed generation understand that gadgets and technology are useful and fun, but they should not let them rule their lives.
Now I want you to answer the questions according to the text. Write down your answers. How do you define someone as a screenager? How does a teenager use their gadgets? Why might boot camps become common in the future? What does a square-eyed teens mean? Now I want you to evaluate yourself. Read through these criteria and choose the best that suits you. Thank you for your attention. Have a nice day. Goodbye.